First of all, I'd like to thank Jochem and my colleagues from GRACE for the opportunity to talk about the GMO90 Plus project. And 5 of us from the project are here in the audience, and Bérangère Brou is a project manager, as she stays at the first row. So in 2008, so the French government organized the Grenelle Environment Forum, and the Ministry of Ecology decides to improve regulation and legislation about GMOs. In 2010, there is the first call from the French Ministry, from the Ministry of Ecology. And 2013, so as everybody knows, there's a regulation that from the European Commission made mandatory the 90-day study in marketing authorization submitted for feed and food with GMOs. And at that time, so the French Ministry of Ecology launched a call for investigating sanitary impacts of long-term consumption of GMPs. So we answered that call with a consortium, French consortium, including teams that are specialized in pathophysiology and systemic biology, and we oriented the project towards liver-gut axis, kidney and gonads. We connect directly to current EC project, GRACE, G-Twist and Marlon, and our research project is devoted to the evaluation of hazard, and we don't talk about risk assessment. We have a strong interaction between mathematics, biology, and physicochemistry, and we're aware about the challenge of communicating with stakeholders and media. So it was funded by the Salles Ministry of Ecology, and the project started in January 2014 and will end next year in December. We use 2 GMPs, maize and MON A10 and K603, in order to identify biomarkers of exposure effects, and we plan to generate data from biological assays, omics, histology, and anatomopathology during a 6-month feeding trial in order to improve the predictability of the mandatory 90-day study in rats. We interact with G-Twist GRACE. We use the same rat strain, and we also use with G-Twist the same maize NK603. So the consortium is located in Paris with expertise in liver toxicity, and the head of the laboratory is here, Robert Barouki, and also the kidney toxicity, and there is also the ANSES, and Nathalie Arnisch is sitting here. The second place is Lyon, and Peter Rogowski is present, and he's specialized, and his expertise is plant genetics. In Toulouse, where I'm living, so there is expertise in toxicology, omics, and also there is a society in mathematics, and also at the university we work with mathematicians. In Bordeaux, there are expertise in mycotoxin and also omics. In Rennes, it's expertise in some expertise in gonads perturbation, and also a platform in mass spec analysis. And the working packages are a number of 5. The first one is the coordination and management. There is a stakeholder information headed by ANSES. The work package 2 is production and feed characterization. Work package 4 is effects of 3 statistics and experimental design. 4 is effect of GMP's formulation. 5th, identification of biomarker by HTP omics technologies. And the work package leader are part of the scientific and strategy board, and we had 2 experts from INSERM and the coordinators of the 3 EC program, GRACE, G-Twist, and Marlon. We also set up a communication board with the head of the communication the communication from division from the INRA, the National Institute in Agronomy, ANSES, INSERM is the National Institute in Human Health Research, and the Ministry of Ecology. So we try, and we failed, to create a dialogue body with stakeholders, and then we shift to another way. So we meet two steering committees dealing with food safety and environmental health at ANSES, and at the end of this year, so we'll meet two committees from the HCB, the High Council of Biotechnology. It's a council which gives independent advice to the French government on issues relating to GMOs and biotechs. So we also set up a website, and this is a website in French and in English, and we plan to organize 3 meetings with stakeholders during the project, and also there is a mailing address for comments or questions. So the production of GMPs is a joint production with J-Twist. So we got 2 harvests per variety, NK603 and MON810. The choice of one of the harvests per variety was done conjointly and according to the analysis, and we obtained pellets, and the pellets were irradiated in order to keep them for 6 months without any variation. The nutrition analysis is the conventional analysis, and we add a lot of characterization for contaminants, pesticides, herbicides, methods, other GMPs, and different toxins and different molecules from the environment. And we also confirm with the GMP analysis. And since there is one lab working in mycotoxins, so we are looking also after emerging mycotoxins. And metabolomic was done on the maize and on the pellets, but not by NMR, but by mass spect. The group rats were fed by an external private CRO, and there are 8 groups with non-GM isogenic, and either MON810 or NK603 plus or minus glyphosate, and we use 30 male and 30 females fed by these industrial. So we started in August this year, and we followed as usual body weight, feed, water consumption. There are 3 groups. Group A with necropsy right now, and we got blood, urines, organs, and we have the group B. We follow it from a longitudinal study from T0 to 6 months, and group C, it will be necropside in February after 6 months feeding. So the analysis is as follows. So we really were interested in the gut-liver axis, in the reproduction, urinary functions, and we check for physiological, histopathological, omics, and zootechnical data. About tissue analysis, so we got data from hematology, blood biochemistry oriented to the kidney, sex hormones, with a lot of androgens by mass spec analysis and estrogens, metabolomic data from the urine, the 24 hours urines, they were identified by NMR, and also metabolomic data from blood with mass spec analysis. The necropsy is conducted by the CRO, and the reproductive system is checked by the INSERM with sex hormones in ovarian testis and plasma hormones, and also the sperm reserve in the epididymis. And the epithelial barrier integrity is followed by immunochemistry with proteins involved in the tight junctions, either at the inner or the outer membrane of the barrier. And the transcriptomic, both mRNA and microRNA, will be conducted on liver and kidney. So the agenda is the following. The end of necropsy is February next year with blood, urine analysis and tissue analysis. Histopathology is performed by the CRO. Statisticians, mathematicians, so we'll get all this data. And we are connected since the beginning with J-Twist. And we'll got some fluid and organs after 1 year and 2 years from J-Twist. And all our data will go into CADIMA with the other project. So in conclusion, I think it's 12 minutes. So the original feature is we are complementary to European projects. We use omics at a different level, RNA, microRNA, proteins, metabolites. After 3 and 6 months exposure with two maize, MON810 and LK603, and we plan to identify biomarkers of GMP exposure perhaps effect, and the remaining tissue will be available for other researchers, and the publication, as I told, will be sent to CADIMA. So I thank you for your attention.